Приветствую вас, друзья. Продолжаем играть квест «Черный глаз». Ну, погнали. Так. Давай поговорим.
Hail Rondra, Sir Knight. Could you kindly tell us where we are?
This is the Thash mountain range.
Thash. So the blood barrier is not far off.
It is but a short distance for a travelling knight. For a farm boy and a maiden, it might prove quite a journey.
I am no farmer.
My maiden, you should seek protection from a proper man in these dangerous surroundings.
What kind of a man?
I am Bogomil Wrathling, Knight of Andergast. At your service, fair maiden.
I am Nuri. This is my friend Geron.
Nuri it is. What an extraordinary name.
Так. Что у него спросить? Рыцарь в Тарских горах, снаряжение, колокол на башне. Так, рыцарь.
What business does a Knight of Andergast have in the Thash Mountains?
The king put me in charge of observing the orc tribes of the Blood Barrier.
You have travelled through the blood barrier?
Of course, but now I have to return to Andergast. There has been some unrest amongst the Tolokai. I have to report to King Eferdan immediately.
Снаряжение.
We need some gear. A rope, blankets, provisions, everything that can be of use.
Usually you can get those things from Graham, but the old pighead hides in his house and doesn't make a sound. I wouldn't trust that cutthroat anyway. Do you hear that, Graham? You are a cutthroat.
Исследователь в кровавом барьере.
Did you run into an explorer in the blood barrier near a red lake?
Red Lake? No, but if he came from the south, he must have been through here.
Грэм.
Why does this Graham hide anyway?
The stupid ox won't admit that I am right.
Right?
Right. He refuses to pay the dues he owes me.
What dues?
He's responsible for the death of my horse. Gave him spoiled fodder, so he died miserably. I'm in a hurry, but by foot alone I won't get far.
Колокол на башне.
What kind of big bell is that in the tower?
That's a storm bell. During the Orkan storm, when old Wendelin was still king, it was sounded to warn the lumberjacks in the vicinity of the pilfering hordes. Believe me, my boy, it could wake anyone from their sleep when it was still in working order.
Так, это понятно.
Why don't you buy this horse and carriage from us?
What use is Akani's trailer to me? But you can leave me your hack. What are you asking for it?
I'm not really sure.
Make up your mind about the price. Then I'll tell you mine.
Отлично.
Rondra be with you, Sir Knight.
And with you.
Значит, я думаю, что он спит, продавец Грэм. Чтобы разбудить, мы позвоним в колокол. А чтобы заплатить ему за провиант, мы продадим клячу этому рыцарю. Все, я все решил. Так, что здесь?
I don't have the slightest idea where this red lake is. Besides, without any proper gear, we won't last 2 days in the blood barrier.
Логично. Прощай, лошадка. Продадим тебя. Так. Еще интересно есть. Нури.
Listen.
Listen. Так.
How are you doing?
I am sad that Isida is gone. I hope these terrors will come to an end soon.
That's why we're looking for the fairy scholar, to prevent worse things from happening. What kind of magic was that you saved us with?
That was the power of the moonlight. It is like fire to the sad fairies. It burns them.
Печальные феи.
What do you mean, sad fairies?
I felt that they once were just like me.
And now they are sad?
Sure. If fairies lose their command over magic, they don't die but get consumed by darkness instead. Then they're sad. and will never be able to laugh again.
To me, they seemed like mean fiends who have Isida's blood on their hands.
They're sad nonetheless, believe me.
Смертельная магия.
Your magic is fatal, even for you, isn't it? You almost got burned by it yourself.
I didn't want you to die.
Thank you, Nuri.
What are we going to do now?
Why do those mean fairies serve the seer?
You must have put a spell on them. And please stop talking about this subject. It's making me sad.
Снаряжение.
We need some gear before we can move on.
That's all right. I can do with a little rest.
Very well. Let's carry on later.
Так. Зачем мне это?
My arm is too short.
Угу. Тут механизм. Колокол.
There are engravings on the bell. A lone dwarf in battle with a pack of orcs.
Вон.
Nobody
Tanya.
home.
Graham is home. He just went into hiding. Futile, my boy. That's a dwarf's job. Futile, my boy. That's a dwarf's job.
А если стучаться туда? Долго. Так.
The link between the wheels is missing. It's also impossible to move the wheel.
Кто-то забрал рукоятку, ну-ка.
Strange contraption.
The owner of the yard doesn't seem to be satisfied with a simple pull rope.
Strange contraption.
The owner of...
Да. Так.
Here in the mountains, a bell like this will scare the birds for miles around.
Давай с вороном поговорим.
Raven?
Печальный фей.
Nuri thinks that the seer's creatures were wicked fairies. How come he's got such a strong relation to fairies?
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Does he plan to make her a wicked fairy as well?
Possibly.
I'll have a further look around.
Информативненько. О, у меня куча вещей. Крышка, поводья, барабанная палочка,
An
бутылка.
elixir against fading hair. Twirly moustache guy in the picture must have had a sip too much of it.
Посох с
I
бубенцами.
wish Nuri had never found this thing. Well, it's so-so. At least the music has revived her spirits.
Ну-ка, разбить.
I'll never be able to do that.
Колокол. Разобьешь?
I'll never be able to do that.
Да. Поводья. Я гений. Так. Крышка.
Strange contraption.
The owner of the
Нужна
yard
ручка. Да. Интересно, с чего можно сделать ручку? Я думаю, из этого.
That's much too frail to use as a crank.
Нет. Вот это.
Fits exactly.
Поехали.
Fire! Murder! The orcs are attacking! What are you lot still doing here? Scram before the black furs get here.
Seems like you've been fooled, Sir Dwarf. The boy has sounded the bell. There are no orcs attacking.
What? What's going on in your wooden head, boy? Sounds the alarm without good cause and forces an honest dwarf out of his warm and comfy chair. I can't believe it.
I just wanted to... You didn't answer the door, sir.
Well, forget it. But you can cut out the formal hogwash while we're at it. Who are you, anyway?
I am Geron of Andergast.
From Andergast? Just like this one there? Very well, then. My name is Graham. Grandoline's son. And this is Graham's open house.
Open house? Pfft.
What do you want, Geron of Andergast?
Исследователь. Давай спросим.
We're looking for a wise man who is said to be in the blood barrier at the moment, near a red lake.
One of those weirdos, eh? I remember one of them coming through here. Wanted to buy all sorts of stuff from me. Lots of obscure rubbish.
Do you know exactly where I can find him?
Yes. I'll tell you if you can offer me something in exchange. You rub my back, I rub yours. Understand?
There you have it, my boy. The dwarf is a cutthroat.
Will you bugger off and take care of your swine?
Ор с рыцарем, снаряжение.
We need gear and provisions for our journey. That means a good length of rope, blankets, water.
Very well. That'll be 1 ducat, please.
What? That's much too expensive.
By Fex and Angrosh, what did you expect? Do you think this stuff grows under the rocks around here? Too expensive? I can't believe it.
But
You can ask again as soon as you have some money.
Так, допустим. Спор с рыцарем.
what kind of argument do you and the knight have anyway?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The knight says you poisoned his horse.
Why, that's what he did.
Shut your face, Rathling.
Bah!
Не вмешиваться.
Well, never mind. It's none of my business.
You're not so stupid after all.
Предложить лошадь и повозку.
I'll sell you the horse and the trailer.
Nah, don't bother. I don't care much for hacks and what they drag around with them.
Оставить на сведениях.
I'll leave you to it then.
Так. Значит, мне нужен жестяная бутылка. Если
Why
крыша,
should I?
не знаю.
What for?
А если...
This doesn't yield anything.
А разбить бутылку я могу?
No, it's made out of tin.
Из жести? А, точно. Если дать ему бутылку.
I can offer you this beard tonic.
Why, but it's transparent. A black beard needs a blue luster. And for that, I already have my Jenner Creek Blue Shine beard dye.
Барабанная палочка.
Do you want to swap this?
This piece of wood?
I
Крышка.
could really use some sleep. What's
Крышка.
he supposed to do with this?
Ладно.
A
Флакончик.
dark blue tincture. Looks unhealthy.
Hey, keep your paws off my Jenner Creek Blue Shine beard dye. Do you think my beard gets groomed by air and darkness alone?
You'd better leave the stuff to this dandy boy. It's his most beloved possession.
Ага. Я уже почти понял. Створ у него глаза.
Wanberries. Their bitter blue juice has healing properties.
Так, ну давай продадим ему лошадь.
Sir Knight Rathling,
What is it, my boy?
I'll sell you the horse for 1 ducat.
That old nag isn't worth more than half a ducat. And that would be the deal of your life, my boy. So do we have a deal?
No, we need 1 ducat.
Well, my offer still stands.
Нури, снаряжение. Что это значит?
I guess we'll have to move on without any gear, Nuri.
But I thought we couldn't go on without.
To venture into the blood barrier with insufficient means, that would be foolish.
But we don't have any money, and you refuse to give us enough for the horse.
Bah!
В тупике. Темные существа. Помощь для Нури. Напомнить Нури о доме. Так, это не говорить.
I wonder what your friends at home are doing at the moment.
Why?
Well, they're all alone now, and they surely miss you.
All alone? Miss Greenbelt. We have to go back and fetch them.
No, we can't go back now. Do you want to run directly into the creature's claws? We have to find the fairy scholar. He will help us, and then we can fetch Mrs. Greenbald and the rest.
Miss Greenbelt.
Don't you want to help Nuri, good Sir Knight Rathling?
Oh my.
What's wrong with her?
She's sad that we can't go on.
What can I do for you, Nuri?
Miss Greenbelt.
How can I help?
Рыцарь купит снаряжение. Снаряжение рыцаря. 1 дукат за лошадь.
Please help us out with 1 ducat, good Sir Knight. Half a ducat for the horse and half a ducat to make Nuri smile again.
I think you've got me, my boy. No gold in the world is spent in vain if it makes beauty smile again. Here you go.
I thank you, good knight.
So we can travel soon?
Yes,
And Miss Greenbelt won't have to wait much longer.
Yes, that's the spirit, my girl. Say, don't you want to stay with me after all?
not on your life.
У меня есть дукат.
A real gold coin. I've never been this rich before.
Я богат. Все, уезжаем отсюда. Получается, лошадка его уже. Жалко, жалко. Что ему можно дать? Нож?
At least it's a memento of Gwynling.
А могу
Not even the
что-нибудь?
tiniest cut. I can't cut that up. Not a bad pestle.
Чё? М-м-м-м-м. Может, еще там что-то есть? Марионетки.
Nuri's Queen of the Winds has once again defeated the King of the Imps and his wicked brother.
Так. Да вроде бы ничего больше нет. Можно вот так вот сделать, конечно.
What? No! By Angrosh and all the beard critters, my beautiful Jenner Creek Blueshine beard dye! Who did that?
Perhaps Angrosh himself has punished you for your vanity, Sir Dwarf.
What will my beard have to say to that?
Ой, а у меня как раз... Так, ну-ка, что тут жирка?
How could that happen?
Whoever it was, my revenge will crush them!
Smells like juniper berries. Smells like juniper berries.
Ягодами.
Wonberries. Their bitter blue juice has healing properties.
Синеватая. Как их достать?
Why must everything always be out of reach? Too far away.
Я могу их сломать.
Not a single berry is falling down, as always.
Пу-пу-пу. Ну-ка, попросить
Sir Knight Rathling.
What
рыцаря.
is it, my boy?
Ничего.
Rondra be with you, Sir Knight.
And with you.
А ей сказать?
Listen, let's
Ничего.
carry on later.
А может, ворон поможет мне?
Raven,
Вороний глаз.
do you see the flower box at the dwarf's house up there?
I see him.
There are womberries in there. Can you fly up there and get me some?
Do you need a healing remedy? Are you injured?
No, but they are great for wounds. We should be prepared for all possibilities on our journey.
All right then.
Я, конечно же...
Their bitter blue juice has healing properties. I'll have to squeeze the berries somehow.
Как-то выдавить крышка сюда.
Now all I have to do is squeeze the berries.
Барабанной палочкой.
How do I fill it? How do I fill it?
Сюда.
Good old Garatian Bluebeard dye. The lid makes a perfect bowl. I should keep it. Good old Garatian Bluebeard dye.
Вот.
Can you make use of this Garatian beard tonic? I'll give it to you for some information.
Let's see it. Garetian? I guess this will have to make do until I can get my hands on the real stuff again. So, what do you want to know?
Местоположение.
Where exactly has the scholar gone?
He babbled something about a cave to the north of a big orc statue, near a red lake. He couldn't wait to get there. His imp had made a mess of my whole shop.
What is an imp doing with a fairy scholar?
How the hell should I know? That was an unholy, uninhibited, nasty little imp. Ugly and mean. My shop still reeks of his foul mouth.
Указание пути.
How do we get to this cave?
First you travel north,
I see.
through the Screech Owl Forest, or better yet, past Bloodthorn Hollow. Oh, never mind. I'll show you on the map.
When did the fairy scholar pass through here?
That must have been a month ago. Wanted to stay the winter in the Blood Barrier. I called him crazy. All his imp had for me was a dirty laugh.
Why, thank you, Master Dwarf.
Отлично.
Here's the money for the gear.
Wonderful. Here's your stuff. It's exceptional quality. Good value, too.
I sure hope so, Dwarf.
I'll give you some advice for free. When you go into the Blood Barrier, you'd better not burden yourself with too much stuff. You'll feel every ounce in your bones up in the mountains.
Yes, I know that. I'll leave you to it then.
Отлично. Отлично. Так, значит, что у нас есть?
That
Веревка.
must be 100 years old.
Странно. Кремень и труд.
Finally, I don't have to rub wooden sticks together to make fire anymore.
Бурдюк с
The
водой.
smallest and most expensive water bladder of the north.
Одеяло.
The dwarf must have rubbed it down with stale fat. At least we won't freeze in the mountains.
Ну, отлично.
Sir Knight Rathling.
What is it, my boy?
Ничего.
Rondra be with you, Sir Knight.
And with you.
Why must everything always be out of reach?
Это все вроде достал. Ну-ка, еще я могу достать. Хотя бы узнаю.
Raven? I'll
Ничего.
have a further look around.
Так, надо ей сказать, что мы готовы.
Listen,
Мы готовы.
let's carry on later.
Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Ну, пошли.
Come on, Nuri. Let's move on.
Come along, Raven.
The blood barrier. Most impassable of all mountain ranges. What in the name of all 12 gods had made the fairy scholar come here? There wasn't a single danger that didn't lurk here. Into what kind of barren land had he brought Nuri? The orcs called these mountains Gravish's Claws. And of all the black furs, the most horrible tribe called this its home. They took their captured prisoners to the caves of Orakar and hunted them to death. That's what was said of the bloodthirsty Zolochai. And the path led straight through their camp.
Shh, Nuri. Come over here into the shadows. They can't see us here. That's a whole camp of orcs. If they find us, we're dead.
Raven!
Go on, report. And craw a little less loudly, if you will.
The Red Lake is behind this ridge, but the orcs are everywhere. They are here to perform a ritual. It will take days for them to finish it and leave.
No Red Lake, then?
Nonsense. We haven't journeyed through the blood barrier for days just to turn back now.
You want to save the fairy, yet you risk her death. I thought Nuri could trust you. But you're doing exactly what Gwynling asked you to.
Aye.
Don't worry, Raven. Garen knows exactly what to do. Don't you, Garen?
Of course I do. I'll get you to the fairy scholar in one piece. This can't be true. The orcs will rip us apart.
You'd better hurry.
Ustai orkas droshak nach tairach groch roik haku skor izrak. Taita karek. Tairach harku groch sirkoi morg. Ke in roch groch.
Ничего себе. Что-то матное. Что-то неприличное, говорят, по-любому. И чё, ракушка там не нужна, что ли, а палочка? Нужные вещи.
A pile of rubbish.
Так, постараюсь просто осмотреть.
Luckily, the orcs don't know what great things you can make out of wood. The orcs won't get Nuri. I'll take her to the fairy scholar in one piece. The old know-it-all really has to chime in on everything. Too bad he's right most of the time. The skull cap is split.
Пони.
It looks so neglected.
Сумка для корма.
Nothing in there anymore. No wonder the pony is so skinny.
Заберем, может, себе эту поняшку. Красный камень.
There are cracks in a segment of that rock, but I can't break that off with my bare hands. Perhaps he's looking for his lower jaw.
Кто?
Perhaps he's looking for his lower jaw.
Кто ищет? Оркский щит.
Shields Axes, lances. Are they preparing for a campaign?
Орки.
This is madness. How will we ever make it through the camp? This is madness. How will we ever make it through the camp?
Куда пошел? Так, ну мы вроде все осмотрели. Уху-ху. Так. Значит, что можно придумать? Так, череп.
Is this a human skull? Oh, great. The skull cap is split.
Доска. Вам.
I never meant to rummage through the rubbish of some orcs. And to top it off, the effort didn't even yield anything.
В смысле? Поняшка.
The pony is shivering under its matted mane. I'll relieve you of that. It looks so neglected. Nothing in there anymore. No wonder the pony is so skinny.
У меня его кормить нечем. Прям чуть-чуть.
The smallest and most expensive water bladder of the north.
А если я налью
I'm
сюда?
not sure.
Ну и хорошо. А мне страшно. Так. Красный камень. Блин. Ну-ка, если они меня не увидят.
No time to experiment. The rock is bleeding color.
Лединка color.
That doesn't help very much.
Нож. О. Красный камень.
The stone is lined with red veins, but it's all dry.
Верхняя челюсть.
I can't reach it. Plus, the orcs would detect me.
Да. Красный
The stone is lined with
камень.
red veins, but it's all dry.
С водой.
The stone colors the water blood red instantly. The smallest and most expensive water bladder of the north.
Ментально
The stone is
красный.
lined with red veins, but it's all dry. The stone is lined.
Да, я понял.
It doesn't work that way. We'll have to watch our every step, or we'll be the next to sizzle over the fire. We'll have to watch our every, or we'll be the.
Там то же самое.
We'll have to watch, or
Yeah.
we'll be. Nonsense. He's not hungry.
Он не голоден. А если соединить его?
Now it sounds loud and hollow if I knock against the skull cap. The stone is lined.
Да и
Now it sounds loud and hollow if I knock against the
сейчас
skull cap.
гулкий звук.
He's not hungry anymore. I'd better not. That would make a nice storm lantern or grave light. No time to experiment.
Если его
I
опять
like it better
сломать.
unscathed.
А если сломать...
I'd do better than that.
Мне еще камень не нужен.
The rock is bleeding color.
Bleeding color. Красную доску.
Not this way.
Нет.
Why build a fire?
Веревка красная.
No, what use is that?
Красное одеяло.
Of course not.
Фух, я думал, нож сломал.
One stone will be enough.
Верхняя челюсть.
I won't get it down this way either.
Веревка и палка.
Not this way. I'd rather not. Doesn't work. I don't think so.
Нож с веревкой.
It might have been a mistake to cut that up.
Серьезно?
It would be of more use if it were still in one piece. How am I supposed to? I don't want to. Huh? No, what use? I can do better than that. Not like. Of course not.
А если восстановить? Да. Пу-пу-пу-пу. А восстановить камень?
Doesn't work that way.
Восстановить
Not a very
это. Поняшка, что с тобой делать?
The pony is shivering under its matted mane.
Здесь есть жаркое.
I don't really want to know what's cooking. As long as the orcs are still there, I'd better stay down here.
Так, что еще здесь есть? Ожерелье.
Orcs doing with a bracelet? Must be the spoils of war.
А нам типа вот туда пройти, да? Поговорим с Нури.
Nuri!
They are fighting about who Tyrek will crush like a maggot.
What? You said something about Tyrak. Do you understand what the Black Furs are saying?
Don't you?
Oh, forget it. And what, pray tell, are they talking about?
Those two don't like each other. And the third one is always laughing.
Anything important that could help us?
Wait a minute. It's a story with a lot of names in it.
I don't think stories will get us any further ahead.
They're talking about blood and guts a lot.
Are they exchanging recipes or what?
They are fighting about who Tyrek will crush like a maggot.
And which of them is Tyrak?
That's their blood god.
The big loud one is impatient. He's eager to receive a sign from Tyrek. Otherwise he'll start the dance himself.
So they're waiting for a sign. Interesting. Don't worry, Nuri. I'll protect you.
I miss my forest and all the life within it.
We'll be with the fairy scholar soon and all will be fine.
That sounds so beautiful.
I just have to get rid of the orcs.
You still have me, Nuri.
Так, если
Let's
послушать
listen
еще.
in on the orcs some more.
Okay.
Seems to be quite entertaining.
They laugh about a human's bone.
Disgusting. I hope they aren't cooking the fairy scholar.
No. The bone is really tiny.
Who knows what size those fairy scholars are?
The big loud orc is more interested in ogre excrement.
Great. I always wondered what orcs talk about.
Will this be of any use to us?
We give them ogre excrement for a present, and they'll let us pass in exchange.
If only life were that easy.
I'll deal with this. All will be fine. Say,
Лететь. Верхняя челюсть. Другой путь. Уверенность. Примириться.
do you see that jawbone at the pole?
Yes,
You'll have to fetch it for me.
why me?
You're a bird. Flutter, flutter.
I'm not a common scavenger crow. Blah.
Please.
No,
Pretty please?
I know this game. It ends with 1,000 pleases, and my answer still will be no.
Do it for Nuri.
Oh well.
Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Отлично.
The raven hardly caught the orc's attention. I don't want to meet that beast when it's still alive. This doesn't make him any more handsome. A throw hook? This doesn't make him any more handsome.
Ну ладно. Может, так, давайте пока, может, продолжим в следующей серии. Что-то очень пока тяжело пошло. Так, значит, значит, нам нужно как-то их отвлечь и пройти. Но мы подумаем об этом потом. Спасибо за просмотр и увидимся в следующей серии.